we had a couple of Skype meetings initially,
Mm-hmm.
and already by the first meeting, those artists had already read a little bit about the type of things I do, and there's a couple of texts that's been written in popular media. So we discussed more what the storyline could be, in terms of, well, how do you make this into an interesting storyline for a comic? And that was difficult to think of, and I had a couple of ideas. But then when they came back with their idea, it was so much better than what I had thought about. So I thought that was really cool. I mean, I often think of the cells as almost like individuals, actually. So a lot of people that work with the cells get really attached to their. You kind of feel personally. You have a connection with your cells. You want to feed them and take care of them and make sure that they have what they need. But I guess with this comic, I mean, it puts a personality on the cell. It really capture well the hierarchy of cells, because in scientific terms, there's kind of pristine cells, really good cells, and there's kind of like cells that no one cares so much about. And I think that this comic really captures how the cells feel about this. They want to move up in this and become something else and have dreams. So I thought that was really cool. I mean, I've seen all the stories before as they were being made, and a few times there's been something scientific to correct. We also had to struggle a little bit with how scientific do you have to be, because I guess what you want to send out is the main ideas and not but there's a few details that I thought was important to get correct, and that's I corrected along the way. And there's also a scientific question towards the end of the episode where the reprogramming takes place. And first it was portrayed as a typical type of reprogramming, where you take a skin cell and turn it all the way back to a pluripotent stem cell.
Yeah.
But what my ERC project is about is a shortcut to that, so you don't take the cell all the way back. So I felt that was important to show in the picture the correct way that the cells was reprogramming, because this was the whole basis of the project. Well, I guess a really beautiful picture captures people's attention. And first, I guess you see it as a work of art, something that looks really nice, and then you get interested, the same way as you see an abstract painting, and they get interested, what is this? And that's an opportunity to explain that this shows a cell doing this, or this shows a transplant in the brain, and this is what we work on. So it's kind of an opening, catching people's attention that maybe wouldn't normally be interested in the science. You catch their attention by the picture, and you rope them into the scientific discussion.